Hey there, welcome to Mage's Tavern, a place where we talk about soul healing and spirituality. How are you doing today? I see tonight's topic got your attention. Well, let's jump into it. I already have my coffee. Let me know what you're drinking. Put it in the comments. Let's talk. Now, before I get into the 10 things, please understand, we all change in a relationship. And we should, right? You want to grow as a person and we want to grow as a team. But the problem comes when you start changing for all the wrong reasons. Some reasons could be that you're afraid of losing them, or you are so attached to the situation, meaning you don't want to be alone. So what were the 10 things I changed in order to please my toxic marriage? Well, number one is I stopped being the center of attention. Now, before you even go, oh, one of those, no, hold on. When I say center of attention, I am someone who's sociable. When we go out and about, I like to talk. Call it being friendly. He had a problem with this. So because I could sense, being a mage, that it was bothering him, I would stop being very sociable. If we went out, when we went out, I would make sure I would underdress. I would always make him shine. Because if I didn't, there'd be consequences down the line. In consequences, I mean it would start an argument. And when you're in a toxic marriage, the mission is just trying to keep the peace. The second thing I changed was stop being my true self. Now this one kind of stings me a little bit. See, when I met him, what I thought attracted him to me is that I was very cultured. I'm a military brat that was born overseas. I speak 3 languages fluently because it's part of who I am. Being a mage is who I am. But once we got married, me talking to friends or family in the native language started causing problems. Me even cooking dishes from overseas started to cause problems. He wouldn't eat it. The only way I would get him to eat it is if I told him a lie saying, oh, I saw this recipe on Food Network. Then he would try it. And then all of a sudden he would like it, not knowing that it was something from my background. The third, I became a hermit. This happens when you are trying to sell the outside world that you have a perfect marriage. Yes. You don't go out. You don't bring him along because it would disrupt the illusion. When I would take him with me, if I had a social event because of work, it would cause problems because he wasn't the center of the attention. So slowly, I distanced myself from friends, from family, trying to please the marriage and tried to please him. Number 4, well, I believed that I could control everything. Now, not controlling as in a bad way. Well, I guess we could say it was a bad way. But control as in if, for instance, he had an appointment and I didn't map everything out, it would be my fault because I can't control everything. If, let's say, we needed to go to the DMV, let's just use this for example, And I brought everything that I could think of with us because military were changing. Now it's time to get new IDs and everything. And I brought everything that I thought, but I probably forgot something. Hell would break loose. He would get so upset with me because I didn't think of it. If we would go out to a festival, because we have a daughter, 4th of July festival. If I didn't think of the traffic going there, if I didn't think of the traffic afterwards, it would be my fault because I didn't let him know in advance. So you learn to plan when you plan something to think of scenario A, B, C, because you're literally walking on eggshells. Does some of this sound familiar? Let me know in the comments. Trying to build a community here, and I think we need to talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, our souls can never heal. So let's go to number 5. Putting myself down so that he can feel better. I think most of us, when we're in a toxic relationship, we do this. Though, yes, we know we did it, but to make them feel better, we will give them the credit for it, right? Because on one hand, you feel sorry for them, but the truth is, you are just trying to avoid a senseless argument. And that's, I think, the bottom line, is you are truly just trying to keep the peace, and you just want to be happy, and you want to laugh. And if it means for you to allow him to buffer himself up, per se, or his past was more difficult than my past, or him being out and about on deployments was far harder on him than it was for me at home raising a toddler. To avoid the argument, why not? Because at the end, you know the truth. And the truth is, they know the truth. Don't ever think they don't. Number 6. I think we're all guilty of this one. Giving up on our dreams. This goes part of changing of who you are. Because you have big dreams, and if you're anything like me, you go into this marriage thinking you and them, you can build this beautiful thing, and you're hoping that you would have a cheerleader beside you, and when you're trying to do something that makes you happy and you're passionate about and you want their input, they just turn around and shit on it. But they do expect you to be their cheerleaders. Don't ever criticize them. No, you don't do that. So in a sense, fear of that something could be successful, fear of it might outshine or I might outgrow him if I followed my passion, I put my dreams on the back burner. Number 7, believing my worth was measured by me doing everything. And I mean everything. Please tell me you can relate to this. But then again, sometimes I feel like I'm the only fool that does this stuff. But I'm a mage. I did it out of love. I did it out of being an empath. When I say I measured my worth by the things I did, raising our daughter, being his cheerleader, cooking, cleaning, still have a career, the more I thought I could pour into this relationship, I thought that would give me the validation of worth. Because growing up, my biggest dream was to be a wife, to be a homemaker. And though I didn't give up my career, thank God I did not, you still want a sense of worthiness, if that makes sense. So I thought if I did everything, and down the line you'll see more stories and I will talk more about, because when I say everything, shy of wiping his butt, I did everything. So that's where I can put it. Number 8. And I think this usually happens more at the beginning of a toxic relationship than it does in the middle or the end. We give up on self. We become content, and we allow their insecurities pollute us. And what I mean by giving up on self, by not getting your hair done no more, by not going getting your nails done. And this is something for self. This is so that you feel good. Putting on makeup, buying, cute outfits. I gave all that up because if I did, though, yeah, he'll sit there, one hand be like, oh no, go ahead and go and get your hair done. You deserve that. And then the minute I come back, got my hair done, look all pretty, the reply would always come, so for who did you do that for? And if I would say for me, a look over his face would come. Oh, so what? You don't want to look pretty for me? It was always a backhanded slap somewhere. So you learn, why even bother? Kind of sad. Number 9. Believing this was it. See, I was in my marriage for 2 decades, 20 years, before I mustered the courage to leave. I thought this was it. I put out prayers to the universe. I returned back to magehood towards the end of the marriage, and that, of course, caused problems. But I didn't care because I couldn't give up being the mystical creature that I am. But I kept on thinking that the divine sent him to me, and I need to honor that. The universe sent him. And though not perfect, and yes, I know I didn't deserve half the crap he put me through, I still honored my vows. Because to me, I don't see the vows as a religious aspect. To me, I see my vows as it was a promise that I made to the divine. Through sickness, through health, through good, through bad. But I come to realize towards the end of the marriage, when the universe truly intervened, that this wasn't it. I knew what real love was. I had grandparents that adored each other. And I so badly wanted that. Makes you kind of sad. But it's in the past. I can't change it. But I damn sure can learn from it. Number 10. This was probably the wake-up call for me. Towards the end of my marriage, after doing all those things of changing, and there's plenty of more, I'm just giving you some of the 10 things that I changed. My soul was dying, metaphorically speaking. I couldn't breathe no more. When you look into the mirror and you don't recognize yourself anymore because you've changed so much. I almost gave my soul up for the sake of being married. Not because I loved him. That was dead long time ago. But for the sake of being married. I think that one hurts probably a little bit more than anything. Because if you've ever experienced your soul screaming at you, begging you to listen, you know exactly how I felt. Well, Mysticals, I hope these 10 things were semi-interesting. Drop a few comments. Let me know which one resonated with you. Which one did you change? You can also follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. I do post over there, or I will start posting over there more daily. And I hope I see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will upload twice a week here on Mage's Tavern. By the way, my name is Bewitched, and I'll see you next time.